Hi, good morning, Cancer. I'm the Tarot Muse, and this is your weekly love reading. I have got all the cards shuffled and laid out. So I've got a bit of a story that's developing, a little bit of a backstory from some of the cards over here. But I am still not clear what's going on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the cards. And as I talk to you, I'm just going to pick them out, and then we can dive straight in and see what's coming up for you, Cancer. I have been following your story for many, many weeks now, and it feels like there's some kind of progression that's happening. So every week there's new information as to where you're at. So let's see where you're at today. So in the present moment, we have the Page of Swords, and it's crossed by the Lovers card. And the Page of Swords is curiosity or new intellectual exploration, possibly learning something new, studying something new. Let's get 3 cards to find out more about what that's about. Okay. All right. So something to do with a love offering, or so I've got the love card, the love offering card, and then I've got the happy family card, and in the middle I've got the 8 of Wands, which is either a card of travel or it's a card of passion. Passion and intensity building for this happy family. So either you're wanting it, you're desiring it, or it's a connection with someone somewhere else. And the 8 of Wands talks about the distance that separates you, possibly. Okay, so let's get 3 cards for the Lovers. That's crossing the Page of Pentacles. Lovers card. What's this about? Okay. So with regards to the Lovers, there's work that's happening out with a burden that you've been carrying, possibly around this Lovers card, possibly around this relationship, which looks like it's transforming, because I've got the Sun card on top of the burden. So with regards to the work between the two of you, and I'm not sure what that work is, but perhaps working with the burden at bringing it to a happier place with regards to the relationship. That sounds a little bit clearer. So let's see what happened in the past for you. We've got the Hangman, which is a card of surrender and suspension. There was kind of so it could be either with regards to money or with regards to yourself, giving of yourself. There was a contraction and a surrender that happened. And then it talks about a need for grounding, because we have the Ace of Swords card. So perhaps you pulled back from the connection because there was a need for, and it may not just be like emotional grounding, but financial grounding as well. So something along the lines of some kind of pulling back or holding on to your resources in order to change your perception around feeling grounded in yourself. So let's see what's conscious for you. We've got the 2 of Coins. Okay, great. So you've been managing this, okay, so we've got the card of anxiety. You've been managing your anxiety and working towards your dreams. Okay, so whatever these dreams are for you. And I can see here in the Lenormand cards, I have the Rider, the Gentleman, the Tower, the Moon, and the Birds. And it's saying that there's movement starting to happen with this isolated man, or this man of power or aloofness. There's movement starting to happen around his anxiety, around his emotional anxiety, his depression. So that there's some kind of change that's starting to happen. And then if I look at the Osho cards here, the card that's coming up for you in the present moment is the flowering card. And there's some kind of completion that's happening within you. Whether you're aware of it or not, you're still needing to be alone. There's still aloneness. There's still going inwards that is needed. And with regards to this flowering card, it's about starting to shine, starting to expand, starting to come into your fullness. So if you're not aware of this, this is what the card is encouraging, is the awareness that this is what you're needing to move into, step back into. So what is not conscious for you? 3 cards. What lies in the unconscious? We have the Knight of Swords here, so this is an impulsive someone, okay? An impulsive move, or someone who moves too quickly into things without thinking things through completely. Okay, and then we have this deception that was created, that created this split. Because of this impulsive move, there was some kind of deception that was created that created this split with a Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And some kind of move that either you did or the other person did that sped in without thinking things through. It wasn't coming from a complete place of honesty. Perhaps you weren't being honest with yourself, or you weren't being honest with the other person, and it created this loss between the two of you. Okay, so what's going on for you at the moment, Cancer? I've got the apathy card over here, the card of not seeing the whole picture. You're so focused on what's not happening that you're not seeing what is happening around you. Let's get 3 cards for that. I call it the boredom or the apathy card. Okay, so with regards to this card, what's coming up is the grounding card, like getting back on your feet financially, or a new financial opportunity. And you're so busy focused on that. So it's talking about taking a stand with regards to getting back on your feet financially or stabilizing. And it's about moving away from things that are not good for you, or moving away from possibly that feeling, that state that you're in, that state of apathy, or that state of what's the use. I'm stuck. Perhaps it is ruled by the cups, this card, so it is an emotional state. So it could have been a state of stuckness, or a feeling of there's no point. There's nothing can happen. But I see you making a decision not to be in that state anymore, and then moving away from it, which is very promising for you. And yeah, it looks like you're moving towards a more grounded place, like a new opportunity, a new beginning within yourself, within your reality. For the other person, they're looking good. I've got the 9 of Cups, but let's get 3 cards for them. Okay. Okay, so it says that, the 9 of Cups comes up, and this is them being in a good place, an emotionally fulfilling place. I've got the King of Wands again. So again, this is a fire sign. But it is, before that we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords it's either a person who is not wearing their emotions on their sleeve. They've learned a level of detachment to getting swept under by emotional traumas or situations like that. They can be quite discerning about what they're entering into, and they have strong minds. They could be writers or good communicators. So this Queen of Swords comes up, and then we have the King of Wands, which again is a fire sign. So the Queen of Swords is an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And so possibly what this means is there's some kind of detachment that has happened with this fire sign, because I've got the Queen of Wands over here. So with regards to emotional fulfillment, possibly with regards to your connection, there's some kind of detachment happening for this person, this fiery person, where they've taken a break. They're no longer putting energy into whatever this situation was that existed between the two of you. And I guess my reason for that is because of this break that happened, this blow up that happened, and it didn't go anywhere. So where is the relationship at? Let's get 3 cards. Okay. So I'm getting the card of new passion, new creative beginnings, new opportunity. And then I've got the Death card, the relationship card, or the Success card, and the Page of Cups. So it's talking about this new passion, this new creative opportunity with regards to this relationship, because it talks about a new emotional offering or connection. But then we do have the Death card over there. So, either it's talking about despite there having been a death, or despite this journey went through a death, there's a new something that's giving birth. There's a new something that's starting to awaken, a new possibility, a new creative something, a new passion, a new movement around the emotions. So that's promising. And then the Judgment card, 3 cards. So the Judgment card is the card in the outcome. And its Judgment card is talking about moving away from the past, moving away from... And judgment is how we step into a higher place. We become accountable for our actions. We make decisions for a new direction, a healthier direction. In this case, it's just affirming that and saying it's moving away from the past, moving away from what happened in the past. It's new emotional beginnings, and it's looking forward. It's planning to where next, how to take action in the world. Again, very promising. So the outcome card is the Empress card, which is the future card. The Empress card, which is a very beautiful card. It's a card of sensuality and contentment and passion. And it's talking about, so the Hierophant, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So it's talking about, with regards to this contentment, it's finding structural, it's finding routine or consistency with the sweetness of the past, and looking out in a new direction with it. So with your passions, finding your inner strength, with your own business, bringing yourself back into balance. So let's just see what's going on here. Surrendering with the abundance. So I am not entirely sure what that means, so I'm going to put all those cards back, and I'm going to pick more, so I can do that. Alright, so I want to find out what this Empress card means in the future. Sometimes the cards don't come through clear, so it's just easier to pick instead of cranking my brain trying to decipher what the symbols are saying to me. Alright, so what is the future about? We've got the Empress card, and so again the Nostalgia card comes up, or the sweetness from the past, and it's talking about finding, just accessing this inner strength around your passion, so persevering with how it is that you've felt trapped around the fantasies, the illusions, and finding structure with this. Okay. And here you are, the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups rules the water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So So with regards to the sweetness of the past, or the connection that you had in the past, it's finding the inner strength with your passion to take control, take charge of persevering with how it was that you trapped yourself through illusions or fantasies around stability, and it made you very emotional. So yeah, I guess what this means is whatever these fantasies were, however it is that you and I sense that it has to do with the deception card of here. So there was some kind of illusion that you created, or possibly how it was that you misled yourself or the other person through these fantasies of what could happen or what is possible. It's talking about you managing to take control of that, and coming into a more realistic place within yourself, and yeah, so that's the outcome. So in a way that can be really promising, because it means that whatever this torment is that you were carrying around the relationship, around what happened, it feels like you're healing that. You're taking some kind of control around it, and you're allowing yourself to come into a more responsible or structured or grounded place with it, a more traditional place with it. So I do want to also mention a loved one travels far away for a long period, a phase of longing, loneliness and anxiety and physical stress. Plans for a union are put on hold. Events are out of your control, but as an old wise man once said, this too shall pass. So again, I've got the travel card over here. So this could indicate that something with someone is they're far away, and possibly there hasn't been communication between the two of you for a while, and it's been very painful for you. But it's from what I'm hearing, it's been necessary for you to meet things within yourself. So yeah, I hope that, and just one last thing, I also just want to mention that in the Osho reading here, what's coming up is politics, the politics card. So this may tie in with the illusion card and the deception card over here. So how it is that you showed a face, the politics card is about the face, the mask that we put on that isn't real. And it doesn't allow us to show who we really are. It doesn't allow us to be vulnerable. And so it's just talking about this is something that you're working through and mastering vulnerability and really exposing yourself for who you are. And the outcome card for that is the card of adventure. So when you can get through that, you're able to access pleasure and joy again for the realness of it, and not for the mask that's been put on. So I hope that was helpful. I also just want to mention that I have brought out a series of how to interpret the symbolism of all the different tarot cards if you're interested in learning how to read the cards. So please like and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so you get notifications as the videos come out. Otherwise, you can also go to my playlists, and you'll find the different sections of all the cards. They're all laid out in order there. Yeah, so I'd love to hear your comments on what you felt about the reading, if it resonated. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.